share a little bit about who I am and why I'm here sharing with you tonight. So my name is Amy Harrison. I've been part of the Arbonne business now for about 3.5 years. A little bit about my background, how I came across Arbonne, and I guess what it's been able to help create for my family and I. When I first came across Arbonne, I loved the products. I was genuinely surprised and pleased what they did with my skin. But based on my background, so my background is senior leadership in retail. So I worked for Myer for a number of years and then went on to manage the Freedom stores here in South Australia. So my business mindset was very much bricks and mortar, was very much traditional business. And I wrongly for a long time went, don't talk to me about Arbonne. That's not a business model that I would necessarily have interest in. So after a period of time, I decided I should get over myself and use my business head and do some research, because there was a lot of smart professional women that I knew that were finding success in this business. And I really thought that it was remiss of me not to at least do some research. So when I went about and did that and better understood network marketing, the business model itself and the potential it has to really change lives and to offer more time back to people in their families, it was something that really made my ears prick up. My husband and I had always worked really hard. We weren't scared of hard work. But I couldn't have envisaged a time where we would actually be able to invest more time back into our kids and being able to spend more time together and doing the things, to be honest with you, that we really love to do. Travel and things like that are something that are really passionate and a passion for us. And what Arbonne's been able to create for me over the period of time I've been part of the business is an opportunity to do just that. So I don't work 60, 70, 80 hours a week anymore. I work my Arbonne business and I have another business alongside of that. But I very much work at the times that it suits my family and my lifestyle. And the choice that has provided is something that is very hard to even describe the value of that. School holidays always really bring it home for me when, unlike my friends that are having to scamper and find care for their kids, mine are just with me and I work around them. And tonight's a perfect example of that. So what I'm most passionate about now is sharing this opportunity with other women, particularly, men as well, those that are interested. But my passion is really about empowering women to have more choices. I'm incredibly passionate about this product suite, but to be honest with you, I'm most passionate about this business opportunity and the opportunity it can provide women to have more choices, to have more time to do the things they're passionate about, and to really take stock of what is important and to use our skills and our talents and our values in a way that can really add value and can really help others. So tonight, my desire is to share with you from my heart what Arbonne means to me, what it's been able to create for me, and I hope that you can take something from that, whether you're currently in the business or it's a business model that you're considering and a business you're considering. If indeed you've been invited on tonight, please see that as an enormous compliment. The person that's invited you on sees something really special in you and has offered you this as a gift to unwrap and to see whether it's suitable for you. Now, once I'm finished the presentation, I'm more than happy to stay on the call. So if anyone's got any questions that I can help with, I'm completely transparent. I'm happy to answer anything that you're wanting to know, or by all means, sleep on it, chat with the person that invited you tomorrow and nut out those answers. And the key reason is I suggest that is, in hindsight, I wish I had done that. I spent 3.5 years ignoring this business because I was too stubborn or, I don't know, too narrow-minded at the time to go, hang on, open your mind up, open your heart up. This could be something extraordinary. And I'm so eternally grateful to the beautiful Leanne that offered me this business. And so I just encourage you to ask the questions, to know what you need to know. Don't say no to it unless you really understand it. And tonight's just the first step into that. So we are about empowering women and their families. And I really hope that the slides that come will offer you some information that can help you to decipher if this is indeed the right fit for you. Now, next slide. Let's go, team. Oh, this thing's been naughty. Oh, now it's disappeared altogether. Okay, let's go back. I'll just keep talking. When I was a little girl, my dad told me I should find something to do where they pay me to talk. I kind of got that now. So discovering Arbonne, are you ready to make a change? I was joking before about I can't get my head around that it's a new year. And it is a new year. You know, we're 10 days into a brand new year. Now, if I think about where I was this time last year, I'll ask you to do the same thing. How quick has that year gone? Like that. We blink and it's over. And I think sometimes when provided with an opportunity or a suggestion like Arbonne, we think, oh, it's not the right time. You know what, guys? It'll never be the right time to introduce something else into our busy calendar. But what I do know is this coming year will probably go faster. And this time is going to go by anyway. So I'm so excited to have something to invest my time into that can create a legacy for my family. So I encourage you to consider the time is never necessarily right. This has been put in your path for a reason. It's certainly worth a consideration. So what would time, money and meaning, more of those things mean in your life? And what Arbonne has brought me is more. It's brought me more time. It's brought me more financial peace. It's brought me more meaning into my life. And that's something that I think this business is so much more than skincare. Because really what this business allows you to do is to begin what we call future proofing. Now, the concept of future proofing is really just looking down the line and what is it that we can personally do to impact the external things that are happening to us. What is it we can do to isolate ourselves somewhat from that? And what Arbonne allows us to do is to create our own personal economy. We can control what we can earn from our business through our input. We can't necessarily guarantee that the job we have or our partner has is stable. That stability doesn't exist anymore in the marketplace. You only have to listen to the news or be out talking to people to really understand how unstable the job market is. So to have something we can personally control is extraordinary. And our world is dramatically changing, and that is not going to slow down. The external forces that are happening both economically and politically, it's fantastic to have something that we can control, that we have the benefit of being able to put our influence into and create something amazing for our families. And there's a lot of uncertainty in the world, and I'm really proud to have been able to create something that is a stability for our family. That's something that I'm really thrilled about. Who would like to future-proof their career and create a little more certainty in achieving their goals? And future-proofing is really a range of things, taking care of ourselves, making sure we're developing ourselves personally, that we're lifelong and we're learning all of the time. Obviously building some financial stability to make sure that our lives are future-proof from a financial perspective. So Arbonne allows a whole facet of things to improve in our lives. So most people like the idea of more time and money, I reckon. And your plan B, I guess a plan B is really about considering life happens, curveballs happen, people lose jobs, people become ill. We get in a situation like our beautiful Pepper that has a little bub on the way. There's a range of things that can happen that can disrupt and interrupt our capacity to earn income. So what Arbonne really does is create something we can build alongside of what we're already doing. The vast majority of people that start an Arbonne business do it alongside of other employment or another business. So it can be built slowly and in a way that is stable and strong, and then if you wish to, in the future, you can make some choices about that other job or that other business. But what it really does mean is it gives us a plan B. It gives us a consistency of income. So if that curveball comes and we're unable to work for a period of time, there's a real blessing to know that we're in a situation that we've got a foundation of a business that can continue to support us. I think that's a real blessing. And I know some of the consultants on the call would have lots of scenarios that they've personally been through, whether it be through illness and those sorts of things, where their Arbonne business has really, really created a stable financial balance and emotional balance too with the community that we have. A lot of people, and women particularly, are incredibly concerned about their superannuation, about how am I going to maintain a lifestyle with the super. And certainly there's been a number of people that I know really well that have joined this business with the view of wanting to create something that can pay them later in life when they're no longer wishing to work sort of dollar per hour. So building a network marketing business, what it really has the capacity to do is allow you to prepare for financial impact, prepare for those curveballs, and really get ourselves in a situation. Someone once said to me, how much money do you have? If you stop working now, how long will you continue to be able to pay your bills? And I don't know about you, but I was a bit like, a month, maybe. That's pretty scary. It's a pretty scary way to live. And creating this style of business, this style of network marketing business really does offer us some stability that isn't necessarily able to be created in a more common dollar per hour role. So what have you had enough of? Have you had enough of living pay to pay, of debt that's just, you don't know how you're ever going to get through it, of living off of credit cards? You know, do you want more time, money, fun in your life? Oh gosh, who doesn't? That's a rhetorical question, clearly. I know for me, when I started my Arbonne business, my little boy had just turned 1 and my eldest boy was 4, and I was running another business and I was managing someone else's business, and I was busy. Yeah, I didn't have time to do anything really. But what I saw is that Arbonne would make me busier for a little while, but it would allow me to make some better long-term choices. And within 5 months, I'd replaced a full-time income and was really allowed to make some choices around not spreading myself so thin, because sometimes I think we feel like we're trying to do too many things. So what is it that you've had enough of? That's what I had enough of, and I'd had enough of never really being able to dream about doing things from a financial perspective that were outside of the normal square that we were living in. So if one of those things really spring out at you, and there may be more than one, but if there's one in particular, Arbonne might be a fantastic solution for you for that. And that's really about what tonight is about, is sharing the information and seeing whether those things match for you. So a little bit about Arbonne, if you've not had much exposure to us before. So we're botanically based. We're health, beauty and wellness. We have phenomenal skincare right through to extraordinary nutrition. So we do have a product for everybody in our product range. Our products are cutting edge from a research and development perspective, so they are truly and genuinely the best of the best. It does offer a global opportunity, and I guess for me, when I first started, I'll be obvious, I found it really hard to get my head around that. But, you know, me personally, and I know there's a number of consultants on the call would say the same thing, I now have almost half of my business in New Zealand, and I run my business in New Zealand the way I'm talking to you now. The great thing about Arbonne is we don't offer any borders. So any country where Arbonne is distributed, we as consultants here in Australia can have both consultants, so business builders, and also preferred clients and clients within those countries, which is quite extraordinary. I personally never thought 3 years ago that I would be able to work from home with my 2 little boys at my feet most of the time. No, they're not here tonight. That's why I haven't had any business. But with my boys at my feet, I'm running a business. I often joke like a newsreader, like I'm immaculate from here up and down here. You'd have to guess what I've got on, whether I'm wearing Uggies if it's cold or thongs. So it provides a flexibility that I never thought was possible, to be honest with you. And I'm so thrilled that it is for me and it is for others as well. We do offer a willable business. So I guess what that really means is that if something happens to me tomorrow, I am building a business that I know my little boys will benefit from when I'm no longer here. And that, for me, I'll be honest with you, that was the key number one thing that saw me grab this business and jump in with both feet. Because to be able to create something, I often joke that my great-great-grandchildren won't get to meet me, but I know who I was. Because I'm creating a legacy for my family. So when I have to work of an evening, or I'm out on a weekend, when I'm working at times that others wouldn't necessarily choose to work, I'm doing it because I'm creating something extraordinary in the long term for my family. As this dear little boy just comes in over Loretta's shoulder. Good timing, buddy. It's about working around that, and whether our family be our children, our partners, our grown children, our loved ones, our besties, whatever it is, to be able to create something that we can will to leave to those individuals, that was incredibly powerful for me. I didn't know another business. I don't think there is another business that offers that opportunity. So effectively, we were born in 1975. And this year, I'm really excited. It's the first time I've been able to say in a presentation, we are celebrating 10 years in Arbonne in Australia, and we're only just getting started. And this year will be our first anniversary in Arbonne, New Zealand. So at the moment, for those of you who don't know our business, we're here in Australia, we're in the United Kingdom, we're in the US, we're in Canada, we're in Poland, we're in Taiwan. How exciting is that? And we're in New Zealand and we're here in Australia, with many more countries to come. So we are really expanding much more quickly globally now than what we have for the last few years. We're really poised to take things to the next level. So it's a super smart business to be a part of right now as a result of that, as well as so many other things. So why Arbonne and why now? Well, why Arbonne? I always say, why not? The products are crazy good. If you're on this call and you have not had RE9 on your skin, please talk to the person that invited you and get them to get you some RE9 to put on your skin. It is a game changer. What it has done for my skin, for those of you might have already heard this story, but when I was working back with Maya many moons ago, for about 5 years of my career with them, I managed the ground floor, so the cosmetic hall in Maya in Adelaide, and I had used every skincare brand on my skin. I won't even list off the names because it'd bore you terribly. You name it, I tried it. And within 4 days of using Arbonne, I rang Leanne and went, okay, I like you, but my skin's changing. I can see it changing. I didn't believe skincare could change your skin into this product. It's that good. So if you haven't got it on your skin yet, do yourself a favour, sort that out. We have a consumable product base. So what that effectively means is our products last a long time, but they don't last forever. So when you're entering into a business, you want a consumable product. You want something that someone is going to purchase, fall in love with, and continue to reorder as their products run out. And what that means is, as a business owner, we are paid not only on that first interaction, but every time that individual hops on to reorder, we earn again and again and again. How smart is that? I always joke it's like a royalty, and I cannot sing well enough to be recorded and to sell music, but they ain't paying me a royalty on that. This is the only way I'm getting one. So consumable products. Hey, the demand for health and wellness, I don't know about you, but I'm just seeing this absolute tidal wave of that being such a focus in our marketplace at the moment, and the statistics show it to be true. The fact that we have nutrition products that are cutting edge, that are vegan certified, that are offering phenomenal results in skin clarity, in feeling firmer, in feeling fitter, in feeling lighter and brighter, and all of those things we want to feel. We want to feel vital in this day and age. These products slip into that perfectly. We show people and educate people to take care of themselves on the outside, but also on the inside with our amazing nutrition products. And if you have a chance to hear more about our 30 Days to Healthy Living program, jump on and hear more. Amazing what it's doing in terms of helping people feel more vital. I've touched on this. Arbonne really provides an ability to leverage your time. And what that means is we don't get paid dollar for hour. We might do a consultation and education once. I've still got clients some 3.5 years later that are continuing to order from me. And yes, I touch base with them on occasion, but in the main, they're online, they're happily shopping, and Arbonne says, thank you, Amy, and sends me a check. How cool is that? So being able to leverage time is really important, and that means we can put time back into taking care of ourselves better, spending time with the people we love, doing the things we're passionate about. Arbonne is really a vehicle of amazing products, of a phenomenal business that gives us the ability to really grab our lives and enjoy every moment of it. We talked before about how quick a year goes. Don't you want to invest as much of that year as you can in doing the things you love? Arbonne can help with that. And I actually think that time is our most precious commodity. It all goes too quick. So let's find ways to be able to get better value from our time. And look, in internet business, this is evidence of that. Again, we talk about things not going anywhere. Internet's not going anywhere. It's getting bigger and better. So to have a multi-million-dollar business that you can run from one of these is a game changer, is extraordinary. It's done amazing things in terms of an ability and a flexibility to work wherever we land. So, and that's getting better and better and more streamlined all the time. So I always say if you've got a mobile phone and you can talk, you can do Arbonne. Oh, and if you've got skin, that helps too. We can help you with the rest of it. So you might think to yourself, look, and that all sounds great, and you're obviously pretty passionate about it, and that's awesome. But you know what? I've got some fears. We've all got fears. Please don't think you're alone with that. And whatever the little voice in your head is saying, and one of them might be listed here, I can promise you we have all felt it at different times. So some of those common fears and what have I done there? Oh, gosh. Some of those common fears and hesitations I've got on the screen now. So I hope you can see that as it marks you out. Sorry guys, bear with me for a second. Let's get rid of that. Now we're back on. Is that all okay? So some of those common fears and hesitations are on the screen. I don't have enough time was massive for me. I mentioned it before. I was crazy busy to the point where when I told my husband I was taking on something else, he thought that I'd gone completely bonkers. But the reality of it is those of us that have found success in this business are really pretty phenomenal, if I do say so myself, in helping to coach people in finding the nooks and crannies in their days where Arbonne can fit. I think someone says, someone start your own business and you go, I don't have 30 hours a week. You know what? You don't need 30 hours a week. If you've got 3 hours consistent block of time that you can find throughout your month, we can show you how to make the most of that. It doesn't matter in this business whether you go fast or you go slow, but just get started and get going. One foot in front of the other. Some days you'll go faster than others. Some months you'll fly, some months you'll go slow. And you know what? That's all okay. but it is about using our time more wisely and making some sacrifices of times and doing things that perhaps aren't always convenient, but my goodness, in the medium to long term, it so pays off. I don't have enough money. Oh my goodness, no better reason to get started in an Arbonne business. To become an Arbonne consultant here in Australia, it's $105. The other countries, it varies a little, but it's around that mark right across the board. Not a lot of money to get started when you consider what's provided for you for that. And then we recommend a suite of products alongside of that, which we can help each individual manage to their level of ability and expectation. And we'll walk with you to create some activity and those sorts of things that can help you to do that. So my advice is don't let be that thing that stops you. Let that be the thing that makes you go, you know what, I want to make a change. I deserve to be in a better financial position, and I've got someone here that's happy to help me to do that. I don't know enough people. Yeah, you do. That's all I have to say about that. You actually do. You know lots more people than you think you do. Everybody there's got skin. Here in Australia, 10 years in, we've touched less than 1% of the population. There's plenty of people to talk to. And again, we can help to show you how to expand our networks. I didn't think I knew enough people otherwise. It's quite extraordinary. You get meeting people in this business. What will people think? I struggled with this a bit, to be honest with you, when I started. I think we sort of get a perception in our mind of the way people view us. And then I realised a couple of things. One, no one's thinking about me. They're thinking about what I'm thinking about them, or what they're going to cook the kids for tea, or how they're going to pay their bills. They're not thinking about me. Don't flatter myself. They're not thinking about me. And the second thing is when someone has an opinion, if they want to show me a way, or they want to knock on my door once a month and hand me a check that pays to put food on my table and pays my mortgage and takes care of my family, I'm happy to listen to their opinion. However, no one's bringing anything to me that's doing that. So I'm actually happy to chat with people about it, but I don't let that dent me anymore, because I know that this works. I know that this is phenomenal. I've seen what it can create. So I just keep moving through. And what am I getting into? You're getting into a phenomenal business, a whole heap of fun, because man, do we have some fun. It never feels like work, I'll be honest with you. It's about sharing and socialising and engaging with people. So that's pretty cool. And you know what? It's no risk. It's no risk, because all you're going to get is great skin and products at a phenomenal discount. If it's not for you, that's okay. No one's going to come and take a second mortgage on your house or charge you anything. You can just make a decision it's not for you. But you know what? You're never going to know unless you try. And what if I'm right? What if this crazy bird on the screen is right, and this is the thing that can do for your life what it's done for mine and for so many other people? So jump on in, the water's warm. So I guess from there, the next thing is home-based business. I'm going to move through these slides fairly quickly. I want to be really respectful of your time. A home-based business. I always joke that I work from home, but I'm never home. Like, I'm in a lot of coffee shops and people's houses and restaurants and all sorts of fun places. I work at home a bit, but I love that I can just take my business with me wherever I go. This particular slide, there is a range of things that are phenomenal. It's got fabulous tax benefits. It's the fact that it's really low risk, no risk, and incredibly low startup to start a business that has the capacity to be a multi-million-dollar business. The home-based technology makes it extraordinary, the fact that we can do it in a way that's so easy. But the one thing that really sticks out for me on this slide is that the fact that 94% of Australian businesses have an annual turnover of less than $2 million. Now, that really surprised me. That is an enormous amount of businesses with turnover of less than $2 million worth of sales. Now, I think what's really cool about that statistic is that only 6%, see me up and do a little bit of that, 6% have a turnover of more than $2 million a year. Now, I personally have friends in this business whose businesses turn over more than $2 million a month. $1 million a month. So when someone says to me, "Oh, you're still doing that little lipstick business?" I'm like, yeah, it's not a little lipstick business, but yes, I will be doing Arbonne forever. I will be the 95-year-old with great skin still doing Arbonne. If you're looking for it, you can come and find me. But I think that's extraordinary, that a business that so many people go, "Oh, that's just one of those little businesses." Yeah, it can be. It can be some pocket money, and that's great. Some of my team, when they first joined, said to me, "Aim, I just want $100 more a month." I'm like, "We can do that. Or do you want 400? What is it that you want Arbonne to be for you? But please know that the sky's the limit." And I think that for me really highlights that. Product advantage, I touched on product before. Our products awesome. For those of you on the call that use the product, that's part of the reason why you're on the call, because you know how extraordinary our product is. And to be honest with you guys, this is why this business works. Because people might buy product from me once because they like me, feel sorry for me, I don't know, use whatever terminology you like, but they're not reordering for that. They're reordering because it works. The fact that we have the highest quality ingredients, the fact that we're vegan certified, we've never tested on animals, we don't have any harmful nasties in our products, all of those sorts of things really see us sitting above and beyond the other products that are in the marketplace. We're pure and we're safe and we're beneficial. I always focus more, to be honest with you guys, what is not in our products. So there's no gluten, there's no petroleum-based ingredients, so no mineral oils or any of that yucky stuff. It's got no business being on our skin. We've got no animal products or animal byproducts in any of our products. The fact that our nutrition range is artificial sweetness and colours and flavours, there's none of that in there as well. So what it means is that our products are pure and safer. Because of the way we go to market, we can get our products to people in a really cost-effective and convenient way. But what it's actually doing is not only improving the way people look, which is awesome, but it's improving people's wellness. And that, for me, I think is something that's incredibly important, to know that I'm recommending a product that works well with my head, but also with my heart in terms of its safety. You name it, we got a product for you. From the dearest little wee baby right through to my 94-year-old grandmother who says it's the best shampoo and conditioner she's ever used. She's used a lot. I reckon it must be pretty good. We literally have a product for everybody. So what it means is that if, you know, RE9 skincare isn't somebody's bag, and I don't know why it wouldn't be, we've got phenomenal cosmetics and great nutrition and amazing sun care products. So there really is a suite and a range of products ever evolving, ever improving and ever increasing that really allows everybody to find their place within our product suite. And what I really loved when I first joined Arbonne, and what I often talk to my team about, is everybody's buying these products anyway. I was going to the supermarket department store or hopping online and I was buying shampoo, conditioner and skincare for my husband and baby products for my kids and supplements and all of the things, that deodorant and toothpaste, and I'll stop, but you get the picture. The only difference is I made a decision to swap my brands. So anything that I could buy from Arbonne, I bought it from Arbonne. I used it, I fell in love with it, and now I educate others to use the product and or distribute the product like I do. It's as simple as that. I switched products and now I share them. And when the products are this, once you fall in love with the products, you're going to talk about them anyway, so you might as well be a consultant because you're doing what we're doing. Just help you with some structure around that. This little baby is a rock star. I talked about RE9 skincare before. This is like the perfect marriage. These two together, it's made an enormous difference to the appearance of my skin, this little baby. And I think what this is, for those of you who are thinking, what is this thing? It is a Genius Ultra device. It is an ultrasound device that works with our incredible proprietary formulations and gets the product in even deeper and even further. So what it means is our skin isn't smooth. It might look smooth on the surface, but it actually works in ridges. What this actually does is allows our product to penetrate and allows our product to actually work even better, which is extraordinary. The best before and after shot I've got is of my husband. I'll just make sure he can't hear me. Amazing, the difference it's made around his eye. So if anyone wants to see a shot of my hot husband, just his eye for that matter, will blow your mind. But it's extraordinary what this is able to do, and this is really next generation, next level. What it continues to show is that we continue to stay ahead of the game and ahead of the trend and offer the very best of the best to our clients, current and new, that are entering into our business. I talked about RE9 skincare before. You get it. I love it. It's a heartbreaker. It is extraordinary in terms of the results that it will deliver for your skin and for the skin of those around you. What this slide actually is indicative of is a clinical study that we did a few years back now, but really the idea of it is we knew how great these products were, but our CEO, Kay Napier, actually made a decision to put it to the independent testing authority in the US and get us tested against the leading network marketing and department store brands in the US. And what it meant is these three key products came out #1 in all key areas of anti-aging. Now, I personally knew this based on my own experience and the experience of those around me, but to have this piece of paper, to have this testing in place, to know that we can go to market with the confidence to say, you know what, I can look you in the eye and I can almost guarantee you, I want you to try it and tell me, but this product is purer than what you're using, it is safer than what you're using, and it will work better than what you're using. That's pretty extraordinary. So again, I know I said it, but I can't stop saying it. If you have not had this product in your skin, do yourself a favour. You will be thanking me for it. It's extraordinary. 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond is an amazing opportunity that we have now in our business. So for those of you considering the business, it's great to see that there's more than one angle in which we can take it. So yes, of course, our skincare is core and key, but our nutrition is becoming stronger and stronger in our business because many of us have been engaging in this program ourselves. I know some of the gorgeous faces on the call have had phenomenal results, but really what it's about is kickstarting our metabolism. It's about wellness. It's about feeling clearer. It's about a convenient way to deliver extraordinary nutrition into our system. We're all super busy in this day and age, so it's great to have things that are convenient but really allow us to be our best and to make the most of the time we've got. So we have a beautiful range of nutrition products. So that's all fab. How do we share these products? There's a range of ways that we share them. What excites me most about when someone joins my Arbonne business is how simple it is to help them to get started. We have amazing scripts. We have phenomenal PowerPoints. But you know what, most important, whoever business that you join will have their arm's length with yours and they will sit next to you and they will support you and you will earn as you learn. Now, a lot of network marketing, direct sales businesses talk about the support provided. I personally believe, and in my experience and exposure, what we offer is simply second to none. I still speak to my mentors in this business at least once a day, and I've been doing it for a long time now. And I do that because it keeps me connected, it keeps the community, and we bounce ideas off of each other. So should you make the decision to be a part of our business, that support doesn't go away. And I love the fact that we can be side by side as sister lines and we back each other up and we support each other and we use each other's skills and talents. So it's about what is it that's your skills and talents. You can be yourself in this business and it allows you to be your very best self. So what we allow is a capacity from day one for you to start earning some extra and some additional income. And if I said to you right now that I had snuck into your home, oh, that sounds a bit creepy, but just imagine that I put $200 under the base of the chair you're sitting on. Would that $200 help you this month? Could you imagine right now what you could do with that? Who's picturing shoes and handbags? Or is that just me? Whatever it is, you know. Do your little ones want to go to the movies and you think, oh, we went to the movies last week? Do you just really want some freedom? Would that just take that little bit of pressure off? You know, that is a reality. I did a workshop with a brand new consultant early in December and we worked out she earned $420 at that workshop. We were there for 2 hours and in her own words, she said to me, I didn't do anything. I said, yeah, you did. You got some people in front of us and we shared this product together with passion. So know that the capacity to start earning money tomorrow is available for you and the support's there to help you to do that. We start with a simple face-to-face process. We educate people. We share what makes us different. We let them try the product for themselves. And then ultimately we transition to allow people to hop online and order when it's convenient for them, which I think really brings people the best of both worlds. They get that personal face-to-face touch point, someone that is passionate about the product, and it's my business. So I take care of my clients in the way that I choose to and in the best way that I possibly can. But the fact they've got the convenience of being able to order at 10 o'clock at night in their jammies with a glass of wine, or is that just how I shop? And then do you do the same thing? I just hope my husband's not home when the delivery. Oh, that old thing, I've had it for ages. Okay, now I'm sharing too much. Right, rewind, getting back on track. Where do you see yourself? So step one in this business, if you've had a chance to try the product or you're yet to try the product, my advice would be as host. Get some girls around a dining table, 4 to 6 is perfect. Let the person that's introduced you come and work their magic and share the love and let everybody have a fun experience. And what you will receive is at minimum some fantastic host rewards. But should you decide as a result of that presentation, that can be the start of your business. So that's pretty exciting. Become a preferred client is probably the next best option, I would suggest. That's a great way to get discounted product and to get in touch with getting really great value. So that allows you to get products at least 20% off, 40%, right up to 80% off. So again, creation of great value. For me, consultant's kind of the only way to go. The fact that it's $105 here in Australia to join, it's $121 in case we've got any Kiwis that have stayed on the call. It's incredibly good value to get started. And from there, as I mentioned before, we recommend a kit or a suite of products that are going to help you, that we can help you build on as your business grows and grows. You do enjoy at least a 35% discount. Our special value packs are 50% for consultants. So again, fantastic value right up to 80%. And there's a range of other phenomenal benefits available to becoming an independent consultant, not least of which the personal growth that we see people transition through when they join our business, amazing coaching that's available to you, and a whole range of things that can come into your life that you can't even begin to believe are possible. It's been a real life changer for me and for so many others, and particularly based on the community of women that I'm now surrounded by. I'm very grateful that that has come into my life, because it's made an enormous difference for me. So your gifts and talents, you know what, we all have them. You know, take a moment to think about, what are your unique strengths, gifts, qualities and talents? What Arbonne really allows is for those to come to the fore. We can all be ourselves in this business. We don't have to copy anybody else. There's a process and a formula in place that makes it really simple to just step in and get started, but it gives us the freedom to be ourselves within that, because we're not trying to make things up and get ahead of the game all the time. We can just sit in it, use what's come before us and use their experience and advice in terms of the system that's in place, and really just about the business of being ourselves within this amazing and phenomenal business. So for me, I mentioned it before, what I am most passionate about is encouraging others to have more choice. I love to educate and to teach, and I love to really help others and to be of service. So for me, this business, we have the most beautiful, beautiful conglomerate of people in this business. In my team personally, I've got physios and occupational therapists and beautiful teachers and nurses and all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of, you know, nationalities, beliefs, all sorts of things. And we all come together, I believe, for one common reason. We've got big hearts and we want to help other people. And we want something different. And we're willing to give something different a go. So it is a vehicle of allowing you to shine and to bring your gifts to others. And I would encourage you to really, to let that resonate with you, because I think that's really powerful. Often we feel like we've got to sit into a mold and that no one's really interested in what we can bring to the table. That's just not the case in this business. And that within itself is a phenomenal gift that Arbonne can offer. Women on the rise. Australia was actually voted the second best place in the world for entrepreneurial women. What does that really mean? What can Arbonne bring into your life? It means you can work from home. It means there's unlimited earning potential. When I first heard that, I was a bit like, yeah, okay, right. But you know what? It's true. I can give myself a pay rise every month. Good luck going to my boss and saying, you know what, here's the thing. I'd like to earn an extra $500 this month, but I don't want to, you know, I mean, can you imagine? They'd just be going, that's nice. Best go and find something else to do with your time. Whereas I can make that decision for me, and I can support my team if they've made that decision for them. And that is pretty cool, because I've used that example of money before. It doesn't matter what financial position we're in. We'd all take another $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, and we'd already know what we wanted to do with it. So to have something to help us create that is extraordinary. The next few things, I guess, are the beauty of Arbonne in a lot of ways, because of course the financials often is amazing, but to be valued, to be recognised, to be understood and to belong is something that for women particularly I think we crave. There's some statistics around that say, you know, about 77% of Australian women would start a business if they were given the opportunity. But often it's fear that stops them. It's not knowing how to get started. Within our Arbonne community, we can walk you through that. You have your own business, but you're not on your own. And that's pretty extraordinary, I think. Great celebrations for the different levels of our business. There's some beautiful photos here. Some of the gorgeous girls are on the call are in one of those photos, I reckon. Why the white Mercedes? Well, the white Mercedes is offered at the regional vice president level of our business. There is a cash bonus paid to the individual that then pays the lease on that car. And what that means is that individual has all of the taxation benefits and all of those sorts of things because the car is in their name. The car is not the only great thing about our business, but a brand new white Mercedes, yeah, I don't know many people that would say no. It's a pretty nice symbol of things, I would suggest. So my encouragement in everything, but particularly based on what we've just chatted about, is to dream big, is to think think about where you were 5 years ago and where do you want to be in 5 years' time? How quick did the last 5 years go? Like the last year, let alone the last 5 years. Really take the time. It's a great time of the year to look down the line and go, where do I want my life to be? Is this enough for me? Am I in a situation where I feel enthusiastic and stretched and passionate about what I'm doing? And if not, then perhaps it's time to consider making some different choices. And if you keep doing right now for the next 5 years, where will you be? And will you be happy there? Because I know for me, I wouldn't have been. Before I started my Arbonne business, I couldn't see anything changes. Based on Arbonne, my next 5 years, oh my goodness, if I could show you the vision in my mind for what I'm creating for my family, it would blow your mind because it creates possibility and hope and choice and so many things that so many of us are looking. So instead of going, yeah, that's great, you've drank the Kool-Aid, that's awesome for you, that won't work for me, maybe ask yourself, what if it does? What if this is the thing that you're looking for? What if this is the thing that can change your life as it has so many others? And we often, chat at the end of these presentations and say, if this is the first time you've heard this information and you wake up tomorrow morning and you're thinking about what you're doing on the weekend or your footy team, footy's not playing yet, show someone that doesn't watch footy, who's going to win the Australian Open tennis, whatever it is, and Arbonne's not the front of your mind, that's okay. It might not be for you. But if this bug bites you and you can't sleep tonight, like I couldn't the first time I heard this information, reach out to who shared this information with you. Ask the questions you need to answer to get a feel for, is this the right thing for you? And that's really my biggest and my best encouragement out of tonight. Let it resonate with you. Let it sit with you. And you know what? If it's not for you, who do you know that this might be for? There are so many people now that are looking for an opportunity to earn some more income, to have something of their own, to try something new, to be someone new. Say, you know what, I was on this thing the other night and it may not have been for me, but you know what, Mary, I thought of you. Why don't I put you in touch with whomever it was that invited you on this call and let us share the information with them. You could be the person that they really thank in the future for sharing this information with them. So I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you that are online tonight. I really appreciate you spending the time with me while I'm sharing this. I'm actually going to stop the recording and stop the share. I'm then going to stay online. Feel free to ask me anything you'd like to ask me. So bear with me a second and I'll just work this out. So I want to go, hang on.